Spaces with aces or twos. With those great cards you just can't lose on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. You're very kind. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a pleasant day at home. Thank you for spending some of your time with us. And a very good thought. Boy, if you get those aces or twos, you can win a fortune. We thank Chris Yeoman of Youngstown, Ohio for that opening poem. Thank you, Chris. Now let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Bettina, if you will, load into brand new decks of cards. We're starting a new match with these Card Sharks. Sue Pastula, our champion. Hi, Sue.
Hi.
Won't you tell us a little more about yourself?
Well, my name is Susan Pastula, and I live in Glendale, and I'm a student at Cal State Northridge, working towards my major. I should be calmed down by now, huh?
Sure, why?
What's wrong with me?
It's all right to be a little nervous. What are you working towards your major in?
Fine arts.
Good, I knew that.
Yeah.
And
Painting
you have
and drawing.
won, I bet you know how much you've won, though.
Oh, 32.
That's right, $3,200 you've won. Yes, indeed. See how you remember the money, Sue? We're meeting a challenger for the first time. This is Mike Johnston. Hello, Mike. Welcome. Good to have you here with us,
Jim.
And will you tell us about yourself?
Sure. My name is Mike Johnston, and I'm 25 years old and single. I just returned to California from Savannah, Georgia. I spent 3 years in the Army down there, and my occupation is an air traffic controller.
Good. That's tough work.
That's what they say. You know?
Good to have you here with us, Mike.
Thank you, Jim.
Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. The players cut them before we go on the air. Sue, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Mike, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. And before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. Sue, we start with a question to you. We asked 100 single women. Have you ever given a man a wrong phone number just so you could get rid of him? How many women said they had?
Speaking from experience, you don't want to be rude to him, and I have. I'd say about 68.
68 women have given the wrong phone number to get rid of a man.
Well, that's an excellent number. I've never had the situation myself. Normally when I ask for it, I usually get the right one, but they always tell me that they thought about giving me the wrong one anyway. I'm going to say it's a little higher than that,
Higher than that. If it is higher, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Sue. And women do that. I thought for the longest time I had a date with the New York Public Library for years. The actual number of single women who have given a man a wrong phone number just to get rid of him is 58, not higher. Sue, you get control of the board, Sue, and a look at your base card. It is an ace.
Oh, my God. Lower.
Gonna play the ace lower. Yes, with a queen. Still a good card.
Beautiful. I want to go another time, and I want to go lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, a king. And you lose both cards back to the base card, giving Mike a free chance to play a 7.
We're going higher with that 7.
Yeah, you can't change it. You didn't win the question. He says higher than a 7, and he's no, it's a 4. Couldn't take advantage of it. We'll fill in the spaces as neither player advanced. Mike, we asked 100 married men. If a law were passed that allowed you 2 wives, would you choose someone just like your present wife or someone totally different? How many married men said they would choose someone totally different?
Oh, I think that would, after, living with one person for so long, they might want something a little different, a little spice in life. I'll say it's about 60.
60 would want someone different.
I think that if men are unhappy, they would get a divorce. Now, I believe that that's a lot lower.
You say lower?
Lower than 60, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the New York Public Library for my other one. The actual number of married men who, if they could have 2 wives, would choose someone totally different than their current wife is 65, not lower.
Okay,
Mike,
65. Let's go.
you want that variety there. Mike, you could change the 7 now.
That is the pits. No 7. I don't want that.
Are you sure about that, Mike? Changing the 7
Here we
to
go.
a king.
Okay. The next card is lower than that king.
Lower than a king. Yes, a queen.
One more time. Going down on that queen.
Lower than a queen. A 6.
We got to stop on that 6. Got to
Freezing
stop.
it. Move the freeze bar over, and Mike needs 2 cards to win the first game of the match. Sue, our man on the street, went to Sydney, Australia, where he asked 100 men, would it bother you to have a woman prime minister? How many Australian men said it would bother them to have a woman prime minister?
Oh, I think they're pretty chauvinistic there. I think about 68.
68 would be bothered by a woman prime
I don't
minister.
know. The English people, you know, all through the world, they're pretty much prim and proper. I think it's going to be a little higher than that. That would really bother having.
Higher? Really bother them?
Yeah, a female.
Don't tell the Australians
Don't
that they're
tell 'em.
English, though, Mike. Don't do that. You say higher. The actual number of Australian men who would be bothered to have a woman prime minister is 25. Much lower, Sue. They're not as chauvinistic as you thought.
And I'm going to go lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, a 3. Very much lower.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. It is an 8.
Oh, wow. I'm going to freeze.
You'll freeze. Have a tie. And Sue was looking over, and yes, we are at sudden
Sudden
death.
death.
Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Mike, we asked 100 millionaires, do you have a 9-to-5 job? How many millionaires said they do have a 9-to-5 job?
Well, I certainly don't qualify for that category, but I would say that most of them.
You don't
pretty
work
much-
9 to 5, huh, Mike?
I work 9 to 5, but I'm not making no $1 million. I would say that most of them don't have a 9-to-5 job. I would say
How many do?
25 do have a 9-to-5 job.
25 do have a 9-to-5 job. Millionaires.
Okay, lower. I know that they like to work and keep themselves busy, but I think 9 to 5 is pushing it.
Not the regular hours.
Right.
The actual number of millionaires who have a 9-to-5 job is 30, not lower. Mike.
All right, okay.
Yeah, there are a few of them out there. Do you want that 6, Mike? Oh, excuse me, sudden death.
Sue?
You need 2. Sue needs 2. You're already leaning over there, Mike,
Be
aren't
my
you?
guest.
Sue, you've got an 8. You have to turn them both over to win the game. One mistake and Mike wins.
Yeah, I want to go higher.
Higher than an 8. It's not higher. It's a 2. And Mike, you win the first game of the match and $100. Game 1 of the Challenger will set up for game 2 coming up right after this commercial message. Our challenger, Mike Johnston, has the first game of the match. We'll set up for game 2. Same 2 decks of cards. And a question to you, Sue. We asked 100 women who have 10 or more children. If we told you that you were pregnant again,
Oh, God.
would you smile or groan?
I think,
How many women said they would groan?
Oh, they probably had it when it comes to 10. I'd say.
They've definitely had it,
Yeah,
yes.
they
They've had lots of them. How many would groan?
86.
86 would
Would groan.
groan.
Oh, no. My father's side of the family, there were 12 kids in his family, and I know that my grandmother, she would be happy even if she was going to have another one. So I'm going to say that...
How many would groan? She
would
said
groan.
86 would
Okay,
groan.
I'm going to say it's less than that.
So you say lower. The actual number of women with 10 or more children who, if they found out they were pregnant again, would groan is 56. Mike, you're right. It's lower.
All right. Okay.
And
Let's go.
Mike, you're starting off with a big ace.
Okay, it's lower than that ace.
Lower than an ace. Yes, a 4.
Okay. Higher than that 4.
Higher than a 4 at
Okay.
9.
Stop. Freeze it right
Stop,
there. No
freeze,
more.
desist,
Come
no
on.
more. Mike needs 2 cards for the championship, and the question goes to you, Mike. We asked 100 16-year-old boys right now, is another guy's interest in a girl you like making you jealous? How many 16-year-old boys said they were jealous?
Boy, I did it all the time. All the time. They drove me up a wall as other guys around. I'm going to say that there were about 70 guys are really being bugged by another guy.
70. The girls usually did it to me, though, Mike.
I think
Higher or
it's
lower, Sue?
more the girls that get really jealous. I think it's lower than 70.
So you'd say lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of 16-year-old boys who were jealous of another guy's interest in a girl they liked is 68 by 2. It's lower, Sue. Mike almost had it, but Sue pulled it out. And your base card, Sue, is a 3.
3. Okay, I'm going to keep that 3, and I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 3? Yes, a 9.
9s are bad. Okay, I want to freeze.
You'll freeze. Mike, you look decidedly happy there with her
I just
9.
want to play. I want to play.
Sue, we asked 100 people, would you be twice as happy if you were twice as rich? How many people said they would be twice as happy if they were twice as rich?
Oh, I think that would be right up the middle, because when you're poor, that's your happiest years, I think. because you're really working, I'd say, okay, it's true, though. I mean, ask your parents. Okay, about 38.
38. When you're poorest, you're happiest,
I think because you're really working and you're really
Boy, I look
excited.
back on that walk-up apartment. Wasn't it wonderful? Oh,
come
higher or lower,
on.
Mike?
I agree with her. Those are the good years. I'm having a great time now. I'm not rich. Far from it. I'm saying it's a little lower than 38.
Lower than that?
Lower than that.
They are so young, friends, so young. The actual number of people who would be twice as happy if they were twice as rich is 35. It's lower. Mike, you're right.
Fantastic.
Do you want the 9?
No, get rid of that 9. I don't
Changing
want to
the
see
9
that
to
thing.
a
Okay,
jack.
Jack.
Good
We're going
change.
to go lower with the Jack.
Lower than a jack. Oh, no, a king. And a break for Sue. Play off the 9 and call this, Sue.
Higher.
Higher than
Don't
a
ask me
9.
why.
Going against the odds. She's right. A jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. No, an ace. Could not advance. Sue needing 3 cards, Mike needing 2, and we are again at sudden death. Tough match. Mike, we asked 100 people in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you own a Confederate flag? How many people in Tennessee do own a Confederate flag?
Okay, Tennessee is really close to Georgia. I just got back from there. I spent 3 years there. Almost everybody does, but I'm going to say, just for, judging the number of people's sake, around 75.
75 own a Confederate flag. Sue?
I think that it's going to be lower because I believe they're antiques, and antiques are always hard to get, aren't they?
So you say lower.
Unless they make one up.
The actual number of people in Nashville, Tennessee who own a Confederate flag is 29. Very much lower. Sue?
Okay, sudden death.
Sue, you need 3
Oh,
cards.
God.
Mike needs 2. Do you want to play it or pass it? Your decision.
My intuition tells me to play it, but I'm going to pass it.
You're going to pass it.
Okay, that's
All right, Mike, you've got a jack. You can't change it. If you can turn them both over, you are the champion. One mistake
Come
and a
on,
tie.
Jack. It's got to be lower.
Lower
Got
than
to
a
be.
jack. Yes, with a 9. And with a middle card, a big decision.
Boy, that's tough. One more time, down the tube.
For the championship, lower than a 9. He did it! We have a new champion on Card Charts. Congratulations, Mike. And Sue, you're leaving us with $3,200. You're a good champion. Thank you. Sue Bestula. Thank you, Sue. Come on now, Mike. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Mike's going to play the money cards right after this. Don't